2nd. The trading day has come to a close, so we'll recap and go through the trading session and what we saw. As we can see, we are in a upward expansion model, which we should be looking for buys. So we want to basically take a look at our key levels and see what we have. If we were looking at the market or going, trying to get in early, you could have gotten in possibly off of the rejection here and going up. We've exhausted down here on our tick grid, but our rules, we don't trade until we have a confirmation. We are going with statistics and not against them. So, as we can see, we have our confirmation candle right here. We'll bring up DR Lens real quick and kind of go through the data. So our confirmation candle was at 10:30. So our 10:30 candle, today is Thursday, we're going on a true, we're going long. We have our median extensions. We're looking at 6 to 0.6 to 0.7, 1 to 1.1, 1.2 to 1.3, 1.5 to 1.6, and then our last big zone at 2 to 2.1. We've hit our 0.5 standard deviation directly with our confirmation candle, so we'll hop into the retracements here. So we're looking at 0.4 to 0.5, 2 to 3, and then we go from 0 to roughly around 0.6. The difference here with the positive numbers are outside of the IDR range, and the negative numbers are inside the IDR range. Let's see how our other retracements line up. So before the high of the day, we're looking roughly around at the IDR level. And then our max retracements of 0.6, 0.5 to 0.6, 2 to 3. So these pretty much align as well with our 0.5 standard deviation. And then our extension times, obviously we have our confirmation candle, our big push forward. We might have another one at around 11. Then we're looking at around 12 to 1, 12.50 to 1, 2-ish. And then 2 seems to be like another big late afternoon push, and then our end of the day push that we tend to get in one of two directions. Obviously, we will see when we get to that point. Same thing with our retracement. We've made our big push up, so it's possible we'll make our retracement a little retracement here since we've already hit 0.5. So we got around up to about 11 o'clock, then 11:30, around 12:45 to 1. We shouldn't really see much coming in, and then once we hit the late end of the day, we should get a pullback, and then hopefully we'll get a good push up with our extensions, being that we have a heavy-handed extension right here, which would be roughly at the end of the last little bit of the day. So let's go back to our chart here. Okay, so like I said, we have our confirmation candle at 10:35. We'll go forward to get all our grids here. Okay, all the data that we just went over, I've already filled it out on the chart from the day. As you can see, we have our max extension times in green, our retracement times in red, our standard deviations up, which is our extensions, and then our max retracements right here in red. So, like I said at the start, we have our upward expansion model. We're looking for price to come back into our retracement areas and then go back to the upside. So we should be coming to pretty much a good extension. We're not going to chase this. If it left without us, it left without us. We missed it when we could have got an entry possibly down here at our key levels and stuff like that. So we're not too worried about it. Okay, looks like right here We have a small divergence between our price action and our tick grid. So tick grid is going down and the price is going up. So that gives me an indication that we're possibly going to have a pullback here, which let's see if we do, which we do nicely. Okay, come back up. Let's turn on our drib. See if we have anything, any key levels. Nothing yet. Still pretty quiet. Okay, coming back down. Let's see. We have that little push back up. Okay, we have price. Once again, price is going up in this direction, but our tick grid is going down. So we have another divergence. So we should be coming down here soon, being the fact that our tick grid and our price is not aligning, which there's our push down. So our first trade, being the fact that we take our zones, we're going to go with our first trade here, which would be for right below our key level, 2 ticks below our key level, and then we'll go up to our profit target, which would be our 2. And we'll keep eyes on it to see what we get. I do not do limit orders, so if price taps into here, I will be entering a market order. Okay, so we've tapped into it. So I would be in right here. Okay, nice push up. That's what we want to see. Even that, same thing. Our tick grid is going up, and so is our price. Okay, nothing too crazy. We're going to be coming, as you can see, price is going up as we're kind of flattening out in our tick grid. So we're going to keep an eye on that. We did have a nice little push down there. So we are sitting, I would have gone break even right here. So we have no risk in the trade right now. So we'll let price do its thing. As you could see, we had this big push up. Oh, price is respecting its swing levels. So you have your swing level here, your swing level here, and your swing level here. Okay, so at this point, I'd trail my stop up. My stop loss would be underneath here. So we'll make a line right here. This is where our stop loss is. Okay, so we'll take our stop loss, we'll move it up since we have our next swing level, since we've broken our previous high here. And there we go. We are out. That's it. So that is 3.84, which hit basically pretty much perfectly at our max extension time. So we are out. That would have been a good 3.84 risk to reward. So now we should see price possibly starting to make a come down. So there you go. So you could get in. I don't go against confirmation to ride them back down. If you feel comfortable doing that, by all means, trade what you're comfortable in. Although looking at it, would have been really nice to be in on this with it coming down. Okay, so we've entered back into the IDR range. So we might be looking at possibly another push up. We are coming towards our last max retracement time. So if we get something that comes into this zone, we will possibly take another long as a retirement setup. And with those, if we get a nice good bit of confluences involved, we will go for it. Something I would be looking for, though, is with this cluster right here. Would be a really nice area, even to include the closing price for the ODR session. But if we do get something down here, obviously our stop loss would go 2 ticks below the IDR level. So we want to make sure keep our key levels active. And let's go ahead and turn our Drew back on. Okay, so we do have a VIB down here. We do have some GIBs down here. So we could come down to roughly here and then go back up. So we'll see what price gives us. Okay, so we're gonna head down. All right. So you guys can see we are coming down here, and our tick grid is showing a move to the upside, but we are showing a move to the downside up here. So we are going down like such to the upside. So we'll keep an eye on it. We had some good rejections here at this VIB and this key level, which is our closing price of our IDR range, our first hour. I like to see 3 rejections, which we did get here, but I'm not too eager to get into a play until I see something really happen. Plus, our tick grid has now went back down to showing us a downward. I was basically going down here, so I'm not looking to get in yet. Okay, so we've now tapped into here. I would enter here, being that we are at what's called the 75% area or mark, or set up for a retirement setup. So we'll go 2 ticks below, and we will take it to our IDR level or our DLR level, just because this is what a retirement setup would be. So we're going to buy here. Normally I would try to get in down here because we did tap this VIB and then push off, but we will see what we get. Okay, so that's not too terrible. A nice push up, but we came right back down. Okay, that's what we want to see. Almost there, and we are out. So, so 2 trades in the books, not going against confirmation, utilizing key levels from our previous sessions. As you could see, we had our rejections here off of the previous session's DR level. Taking the retirement setup was worth risking the 1% if we would have lost here. And then let's see where price decides it's going to do. Okay, so it goes up. We could have made a little bit more, but played it safe, played it smart, and took the success. And that would be it. Wow, we could have made a lot more, but that's okay. We take profits. Profits are good. Take them when we can get them. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope to see you next time.